nonke emakhaya and welcome to yet another tantalizing, tummy-teasing installment seKasi Kitchen. Niyazi ukuthi njalo nje ngolesihlanu iKasi Kitchen iye endaweni esihlukile sinibonise nemabukele emakhaya ukuthi abanye abantu ukudla kwabo bakukhanda kanjani. Nikhumbule ukuthi bangathanda ukuthi nixhumane nathi, you can send us an email ku kasi.kitchen@gmail.com or even better ke ningangifonela ku 011 939 117, but only during office hours of course. Nimangele ke ukuthi iKasi Kitchen namhlanje I wonder ukuthi ikuphi. Hayike iKasi Kitchen is Kempton Park. Ilana ke mina uSindi umntana kaNonhla kaMphahlwa will be cooking in a braai stand with Martin and then later on with Daniel. Hi Martin, how are you?
Hello Cindy.
Hey, come closer. Don't be scared of me. I don't bite.
That's the first time.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm great, man. I mean, guys, Martin with Arnold. They were doing lovely pizzas for us just last year. And namhlanje ke, you're actually going to be doing, you're not cooking really in the kitchen.
No, we're cooking
because I'm sure
outside
everyone
today.
is wondering, Cindy, where are you? You know, you're not in the kitchen. You're supposed to be in the kitchen, but right now we're actually outside and you're going to be showing us how to prepare different meals just by using, you know, your braai stand.
Just a normal braai, yes.
Yes.
And that's what we're trying to do. We're going to do two fantastic meals today. We're going to do a curried cabbage with some ox liver, and a second dish we're just going to do some nice hearty beef stew with some speck or rice on the side. So it's going to be fantastic.
Oh, lovely.
And a lot of fun.
And the thing is, I don't really like cabbage. So are you going to put the liver inside the cabbage?
No, I'm going to keep it separately. I think I'm going to keep it separately so you can have your liver on the side. But you can put it separate. You can put it together with your cabbage. I love cabbage.
Yeah.
I love it. I
And you actually eat it raw.
eat it like this. I could eat it.
Let me see. Why don't I not really trust you?
Come,
You know?
let me feed you. Beautiful. It's crunchy.
Yes.
It's fresh.
Lovely
Nice.
stuff. Okay, so on the second one, that's where you're going to do some lovely hearty, beef stew. Curry or stew?
No, just a stew.
Just a stew.
A stew with a lot of tomatoes and onions. Beautiful.
And both dishes, we're going to be serving it with a specco americano.
Absolutely,
okay?
yeah.
The nice thing about this that is just takes you about 10 to 15 minutes to actually cook, okay?
It's bar boiled rice or whatever, so it's beautiful. As I said, 10, 15 minutes it's done.
And then it's done. Okay, but Bugeli, I really hope you have your pens and papers ready and take down ukuthi yena Martin yena ukudla kwakhe kwenza kanjani. So remember, we're saving the energy.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
we're doing nice, quick and easy stuff.
Yeah.
And you can have your family around you whilst you're actually, busy braaiing.
That's the beautiful thing. You can do it outside on some braais. It's fun, as you said, with family. People can join in, and we'll have Chef Daniel then joining in a little bit later, helping with the cooking or whatever. Not that I need to help or whatever, but I think it's nice to do it with a companion and having fun with it.
Just having fun
Absolutely.
with it, okay? And you know what? IKasi Kitchen always does things a bit differently. We're not in the kitchen, we're outside enjoying it. Okay, I think we should actually get cooking.
You reckon?
Yeah, I definitely do reckon. So just take me through the ingredients.
Okay, it's really, really basic ingredients. We're starting off, we've got some chopped onions, which we just cut off before. We've got some normal white, straightforward cabbage. You can also use red cabbage if you like. I prefer the white one for that particular dish.
Yeah.
And then we got some potatoes, which just normal take the potatoes, you peel them
And
raw,
then you cube them.
and you just cut them in cubes. And then we've got some beautiful ox liver here, sliced ox liver, which you're gonna just dip a little bit into the flour.
Okay.
So when we grill it onto the braai, so it doesn't stick to the grid, and it also gives it a nice texture as well.
Okay, I love
And that's really it. And
actually, and obviously your tomatoes.
Some tomatoes, some curry, and some garlic, and salt and pepper. That's
Salt
really
and
all
pepper
you need.
just for your
Very
seasoning.
simple, straightforward.
What I love about this is really quite affordable. Quite affordable meal. You don't really have to go overboard with it.
Absolutely.
But the nice thing is the presentation is always key.
Yeah,
to
that's
see
it.
how you actually present it. And what is that there right at the corner?
That one here,
Yeah?
that's just some gravy.
Some gravy.
So I've just made some gravy early on just to mix it in there, just to give it some
Okay.
extra flavor.
Okay.
Some normal beef gravy. That's all you need.
Fabulous. I think let's
Yeah.
get cooking, guys.
Fantastic. Okay, thank you, Cindy. I think what we need to do now, I really would like to introduce my colleague here, Chef Daniel. He's going to be assisting me to do the liver for me with the next dish. So I think it's just great to have a colleague here, as I mentioned earlier, because you just want to have some fun doing it in the garden outside with your braais. So please, Daniel, come to me. You know what to do. I don't think I need to explain to you. You're a qualified chef, so you're actually a little bit more than me. But I think what you need to do is just take your liver. We just do it for the benefit of our viewers. You just take the liver, as you can see, it's nicely sliced here. Just put it in the flour. What we've done with the flour, we just seasoned the flour a little bit. So we use normal cake flour. We just put some salt and some pepper inside there, a little bit of barbecue spice, and you just mix it in the flour. So at the same time, you season your liver. So all you need to do is just dip your liver a little bit inside of the flour, so it's at the same time it's seasoned, and then we can just cook it onto the braai, and it doesn't stick on the grid. I think that's a good idea. So Daniel, will you do that in the meantime? What I'll do, I'm just going to make the carrot cabbage in the meantime. I'll cook it in the pot there. I've got just a normal straightforward cast iron pot on the braai. We just add some salt, some oil in there. We put some garlic, some onions, and then we raise the cabbage inside there. We put the added spices. But I think let's do that. Should we do that straight away? There, we're just going to put a little bit of oil inside the pot there, just where we braise the onions and the cabbage then. So, Chef Daniel, how far are you? Okay, yeah, that's perfect. Did you wash your hands? It's very important.
Yes, Chef.
Great
Obviously,
stuff.
I did wash
That's
my
very
hands.
important.
Babukele emakhaya, obviously, niyazi nasisebenza ngokudla, hygiene is very important. Utamane ugeza izandla to make sure ukuthi you don't get bacteria. And then in the meantime, while you Chef Martin,
I'm going to start doing the cabbage.
Ngapha
Okay.
ngibhizi nami ngesibindi. It's a local dish yasekati. Faka nje eflaweni nama spices ukuyenza itaste kamnandi. And then nasuka lapho sizoyifaka lapha ebraini yethu ithi kuyinikeza iflavor ye-curry. Then izoba mnandi sizoenjoy.
Okay, you're 100% right. So I'll put the onions in there now. The onions, you just need to glaze them. You don't need to brown them. You just need to glaze them so they become like nice little shiny. And then you just add your cabbage in there. But if you brown them, they caramelize. And you don't want that because it gives you too much of a sweet flavor. So there we go. We put some cabbage. The cabbage is just really, really finely sliced. And that's two reasons for that. Is first of all, that you can get all the flavors out of the cabbage as quickly as possible. And then secondly, you just want to cut down the cooking time of the cabbage. So you can see we're cooking beautifully on the braai here, which is such an easy thing to do. All you need is a cast iron pot, and you just carry on cooking there. It's beautiful. Gives you some nice heat, and heat for a long time. Are you done with the liver?
Yes, Chef, I'm done with the liver.
Okay, you want to come there on our second braai over here and then start cooking the liver there.
Alright, babukeli manje sesothatha isibindi sethu. Sisifane ebraini, asikho ekishini. Save gas energy. Sishaya nje local style ngaphandle.
I think energy saving, I think that's a very important factor. Because we're all running out of a bit of electricity, and electricity is getting very, very expensive. So on the braai, it's a very inexpensive thing to do.
Oh yes,
So,
obviously, Chef. Plus on the weekend when you got all your guys chilling at home, you can invite your friends in your garden. You can tune some all your nice dishes outside. It's a very good idea to go with this.
So June summer, is that like a thing you say?
Yes, Chef. Plus the winter is just around the corner. Bafethu nasichilile emakhaya ngama weekend. Sinabangani, sibeka inyama, sichisa inyama, siyachilexa.
Yeah, you see, that's what he said. You just mentioned something with the winter. I think that's a very good point. A lot of people think that the braai is only happening in summertime, you know, when the sun is shining or whatever. But in our winter here, I mean, we got fantastic time in winter. And it's so much time we can spend outside. And not braai outside in winter, I think it's perfect. I believe you can do braais all around the year.
Oh yes, Chef, obviously. I love that as you can see we all outside in a nice cloudy weather. Kumnandi shisa inyama. Nawe ungazenzela mbukeli lapha emakhaya engadini umema abangani umema ihlobo ngeweekend sichilexe. For once in a lifetime singayi kuma McDonald's singayi kuma Steers, just ushayele nje endlini ekati, just plain local, your own Nando's chisa nyama. All our favorites.
And it's a very inexpensive dish. I mean, cabbage doesn't really cost a lot of money. And ox liver is also very, very reasonable to get. So, you know, you get a beautiful meal. And just with the quantities we have here, you can feed a family quite easy. And then we're adding the rice still on there as well, which is going to be fantastic. So it's going to be really a nice, hearty meal. And especially for winter, I think it's great as well.
Oh yes, that's a good idea, Chef, because right now all we're just doing local dish. Sehamba local bafethu. Ikabishi yako yazi, it's one of affordable dishes. Maybe in the emakhaya lapho siyazi sonke from lapho shaya nje idish ephuma phambili unqa phambili ezasekati ezaselokishini sithatha nje sifaka that one taste ukukunikeza leyo flavor leyo emnandi sizopheka nathi, then from there we will be eating no Chef Martin no Sisindi ngale uzosijoina azotesta ukudla kwethu ukuphuma phambili.
For Cindy, we're going to have to keep the liver a bit separately because she doesn't like really see liver, so that I think it's important. So Cindy, look forward to the cabbage, to the liver what Chef Daniel's cooking, so it's going to be really nice. I think it's ready to turn around, or how's the heat?
Now the heat is very nice, Chef. We can just give him some few minutes.
Okay.
While you're at Cindy's part, Cindy, don't worry. I know cabbage, it's one of those huge stories, but today we're doing it differently. Sishaya ngenye style. I said with 114, this time we're doing a very nice one. You will enjoy, you'll find it very nice and interesting.
And we're going to make her eating it, because I know she doesn't like the cabbage. She said that earlier in the show, but I think we're going to make her eating it. I can guarantee you she's going to love that one.
I like that Chef idea. She'll be eating the cabbage with us.
Okay, just to recap, what we've done, we've just made sure that the pot is very nice and hot. We put some sunflower seed oil inside there. We just put some onions, chopped onions, some garlic. We added the cabbage in there. I've added a little bit of the potatoes, and I've added a couple of more potatoes just now. We added salt, pepper, and I've added some curry powder in there. So that's really what it is. So now, having the potatoes, and the potatoes, remember, they are raw, so they still need to cook it a little bit together with the cabbage. So what I do now all the ingredients are in there now. Again, to repeat, we got the onions, we got the garlic, we got the cabbage, we've got the potatoes, and we've got some curry powder and salt and pepper. That's what we've got inside there now. So what I'm adding now, because we need to braise it now a little bit, so I'm just adding a little bit of straightforward water. And once the water is in, you just let it boil up a little bit. We're going to put the lid on for about 10 minutes and let it boil inside there, so the cabbage and the potatoes can boil quite nicely inside there. In the meantime, the liver should be ready. In any minute, the liver we put it aside, and then we start serving. We're heating the rice up. We pre-cooked the rice a little bit already, because as remember, it's a bar-boiled rice. It only takes 10-15 minutes to cook. So you cooked it on the side on your stove. Just add water, a little bit of salt, and you cook your rice. And then we're just adding the whole thing together, and we're serving a fantastic meal for winter, summer, spring, autumn, any time of the year. But outside, I think that's where we need to enjoy it the most.
Oh yes, definitely, Chef. I love that. My liver is already ready on the side, so I want to ask how far you, Chef, there, so that we can start dishing up. I can smell it. I love the smell. My liver is all nice and cooked.
That's our advantage. We're cooking it. We actually can smell it as well. We can taste it. So the viewers outside there, they can't really smell it as yet. But you know what? I think it's great of motivation for them to actually do it themselves at home. It's an easy dish to do. So all you really need to do still, give it about 10 minutes in the pot, just to steam, just to braise it inside there, just to cook the potatoes. That's all you really need to do. The liver is basically ready.
Now my liver is already ready, Chef. Although what I can do is just take it out, because it's nice, soft and tender. I don't want to overcook it, because if you overcook it, you're going to keep chewing and it's going to lose all that nutrition's value, the one that we're looking for.
Absolutely. And I think just to repeat for the viewers as well, the benefit of them, in the flour we just added a little bit of spices inside there, some salt, some white pepper, and we've added some barbecue spice inside there, just to give it some flavor. You dipped in the liver inside the flour, and then you just fry it on the braai, straightforward, and it's very easy. You get all these white spots in there, but that's the crust. When you go Kentucky Fried Chicken, you got this flavor, the outside, it's beautiful. That's really what it is. So it's going to be a fantastic dish. So now you've got another choice what you can do. Now we're serving because of benefit of Cindy. She doesn't really like the cabbage, so we're going to serve it separately. But my personal view is, I think we could actually mix it together now with the cabbage. What's your take on that?
Alright, Chef, I really like that idea for usisindi lapho babukele bakhaya, because yena allergic ekhabishini 114, but that one is not a train smash. What we can do for usisindi, we can mix all the liver there and keep just a little bit aside for her. But in the meantime, I love the idea that she will be eating one of those dishes.
She must.
She will be tasting it.
Absolutely, she's gonna love it.
Chefy.
And she's gonna hug and kiss us both that she actually tried it. I can tell you that now already.
She must be way at home.
Too much.
It's
So
I'm having such a wonderful time with both Chef Martin as well as the Chef Daniel. Mangathanda ukuthi nazi more about them, you can actually just go into the website, which is chefmlk.com. So it's chefmlk.com. That's where you're going to find out some more details on how to actually contact them. But right now, don't go anywhere. Siyabuya right after the ad break.